Fire 711 at 137. The Budweiser, much improved in its qualifying speed, up to 133. Boy Alberto and Coors Silver Bullet. And driving the Bullet, as I said earlier, Mitch Evans out of Chelan, Washington, in his third race of 1985. Jerry Hopp out of Seattle, Washington. Many of these drivers out of the Northwest aboard the Boy Alberto. Jim Kropfeld in his 21st year of racing. A pro in every sense of the word. Great driver. And Steve Reynolds, who set the standards in qualifying at better than 137 miles per hour. One victory in 1985. With the clock winding down, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2. Looks like all the boats will be safe. On the right side of your screen as you hear the guns starting Heat 1B. On the right, Boy Alberto. In the center is the Miss Budweiser. On the left, the 711 and Steve Reynolds. Rumble of that Griffin engine, the piston engine for the new Miss Budweiser. When Jim Kropfeld aboard, the defending national champion. On the inside is the Boy Alberto. The Budweiser coming out, however, in the lead, it looks like, yes. And on the outside, here comes the 711 with Steve Reynolds going down the back chute. He set the qualifying record here on this initial race in Oklahoma at better than 137 miles per hour. He's in first. The Budweiser in lane number 1 in second place. Kropfeld with a wonderful turn in lane number 1, coming up on the 711 on the inside, but again, the acceleration for the 711 and that huge turbine engine with almost 4,000 horsepower, same engine that you'll find in the Miller American. Speed for the 711 in lap number 1, 130.2 miles per hour. Good battle for third and fourth. On the right, Boy Alberto. On the left, the Coors Silver Bullet with Mitch Evans as they come down about to complete lap number 1. Again, back to the first and second place boats. They're already into the South Turn. Steve Reynolds, who began racing the Unlimiteds back in 1979, still holding on to lane number 2, giving room for Jim Kropfeld. Here's the owner.
Looking good, looking good. Big Wally's handling fine.
Who's Big Wally?
Big Wally's the 3,700 horsepower motor for the Miss 711.
Steve Woomer, owner of the 711. And as he said, Big Wally, the name of the engine that's inside that boat right there that he owns. Woomer out of Kent, Washington, a suburb of Seattle. Second place in the Budweiser, owned by Bernie Little with 52 career victories. Kropfeld in second. Speed for the 711 in lap number 2, 127.8 miles per hour. And again, that great little battle going on for third and fourth. Again, the Boy Alberto in lane number 1 with Jerry Hopp and Mitch Evans, and the Coors Silver Bullet in lane number 2 with a slight lead, moving into third place, coming down to complete lap number 2. Speed 103. Mitch, just a youngster. His father, Norm Evans, was quite a driver in the Unlimiteds years ago, for a fact. But Steve Reynolds out of Kirkland, Washington, who grew up around the hydroplanes, is in first place. And, of course, giving chase to the Miller American, trying to gain more points in the national point race. The Budweiser in second. In third, the Coors Silver Bullet and Mitch Evans. Back to that Bud, Jim Kropfeld, who began racing back in 1964 in the Limiteds, driving the Country Boy. Very successful driver, and he's trying to catch that man, Steve Reynolds, and the Miss 711, a winner in Madison, Indiana in 1985. There you see the lead by the Coors Silver Bullet in third place over the Boy Alberto and Jerry Hopp. Little smoke coming out of that Merlin engine now. Of course, you find the Merlin engine used back in the World War II fighter planes. Not many of those engines around anymore. And many people are saying this is the future of hydroplane racing, the turbine engine. Look at the water splashing up in faucets. That means extremely rough, and the boats have to slow down somewhat, or they will take a terrific pounding. But Steve Reynolds has gone fast enough to win Heat 1B, 400 points to 711. Here's the order of finish. The 711 matching Miller point-wise today with another 400, the Budweiser, Coors Silver Bullets, and the Boy Alberto. Now to Jim Hendrick.
Steve, let me ask you this. Is the water as bad as Chip Hanover said it was in 1A?
Yeah, we can't run on that. By the third lap, that was unraceable. My feet are all wet. I don't know if we broke something in the underneath the dash. I think what it is, speedometer line broke loose, and I was getting water there. But the stopwatch broke, warming up out there. The third lap, the water was it's unraceable.
All right, you're coming in now. You give, what's this wave where your hands under the chin? What is this?
You guys ever watch the Little Rascals? So that's what the crew calls me. You know, we're all a bunch of little rascals. And so they'll give me, you know, like that, like the Little Rascals used to do. Cracks me up every time they do it.
Watch how I throw it to Don Poyer. Don?
Well, you meet all kinds in unlimited hydroplane racing. We'll be back with more in just a moment.